Good morning. I want to discuss weight loss this morning and realistic weight loss and patterns you might see when you are embarking on a legit weight loss journey. And when I say legit, I mean a more realistic plan versus starving yourself or what was that show? The Biggest Loser, where they were working out all day, every day, and they were on like a camp where they were fed minimal calories, or like the HCG diet that I was talking to a friend about yesterday, where you can only eat 500 calories a day, and on top of that, you're on HCG. Those are unrealistic means to get to weight loss. So I'm talking about realistic, long-term, successful weight loss plans. I myself started logging my macros, I don't know, a couple weeks back, 4, 5, 6 weeks ago. And I was stuck for the first 2 weeks at 153. And my end goal is, or was, 150. And I'm not huge on number goals, but I've been doing this for so long that I know I feel my best, perform my best, and fit my clothes best at 150. So while I'm not saying that you should just have a specific number goal, I've been doing this for 10 years now, and I know that at 150, I am comfortable in my clothing and in my performance and the way that I look and feel and all that. So anyways, I was stuck at 153 for 2 weeks and I was logging. And what happens a lot of times is we start a plan and we're a week in and we're like, the scale hasn't moved. Or the scale moves a lot because there's some water weight that's shed, and then the week 2, nothing happens. And we're like, it doesn't work. Screw this. I'm just gonna go back to doing what I was doing. You cannot do that. You can't throw the towel in. Like, we get this mindset that we're gonna change our diet and we're gonna start paying attention. We're gonna start exercising, and then all of a sudden our bodies are like, woohoo, party, let's lose all this weight and show her how grateful we are. It's like, no, like, you gotta stick to that shit long term. You gotta stick to it. You can't quit. It's like, I always say, it's like starting a new job. You don't just quit a new job because it's hard after 1 week or 2 weeks. You don't just quit college because it's hard the first week or the second week. Like, you have to give your body time to adapt. Then the weight loss isn't just gonna fly off. You might notice 0.2, 0.4, like tiny little drops over the course of the week. Then suddenly, you know, let's say I was 153.6, I might be 153.2. Then I might be 153.0, and then 152.8. Like, it's gonna be slow. And then one day I might have too much sodium, so it jumps back up to 153.4. Does that mean that I lost all that progress? No, it just means I'm holding a little bit more water weight. Then guess what happens? You're 3 weeks in the month and here comes your period. So I had gotten down to 151 point whatever, and it was, you know, steadily dropping, and then my period came and I was back up in the 153s, and I didn't have a meltdown and go rush out and get In-N-Out burger and a dozen cupcakes because I lost all my progress. I was like, okay, what's going on with my body? What time of the month it is? Like, did I have more sodium? Okay, so I stayed on my plan. Period is over, and I'm now 150.8, and it's been, you know, 4 or 5 weeks since I started this plan to you know, lean out a little bit. You just have to stick to it. You can't throw in the towel after 2, 3, 4 weeks. If you're working with a macro coach, be honest with yourself. Be honest with your coach. Are you 100% sticking to the plan? Or are you guesstimating on some things, sneaking in some wine, sneaking in some meals out? Where's your compliance? And if you're not being 100% honest with yourself and your coach, you can't expect genuine, honest results. So if you've committed to a plan, commit to it. I've had a couple clients go, well, like, you know, can I still have a couple drinks here and there? Can I still eat out here and there? And it's like, sure you can, but you can't expect the results to happen as fast. Alcohol is really hard to log and figure out, you know, how many, there's formulas to figure out how many carbs, you know, per ounce of alcohol or beer. And it's like, do you want to mess with all that math, or do you just want to be disciplined for 8 weeks and see what happens? Like, give yourself, you know, 8 weeks to really apply some strict, you know, guidelines. And then after the 8 weeks that you've committed to yourself and your coach are over, figure out which things you want to work back in. But the discipline that you're going to gain over the course of the 8 weeks is something that you can look back on and be so proud of. So it's not that you're restricting yourself of so much, it's just that you're practicing discipline and realizing, you know, maybe how much you do snack or how much you do grab that glass of wine. And that's okay, but if you want specific goals to be met, you have to be disciplined. And we're just living in this world of instant gratification, and you know, we spend years and years and years letting this weight creep up and these bad habits come on, and then we decide we're gonna make a change and we expect abs in 2 weeks, and it's like, it's not how it works. So stick to it, be patient with yourself. There's no quick fix, and the idea is that the discipline you gain in the 8 weeks sticks with you for a lifetime, ideally, and you just kind of create a new routine and new habits for yourself. So I believe in you, but that only does so much. You have to believe in you and be consistent, and you'll get there.